Wait, this isn't an X-Men movie? Hey, I'm Mr. Wright, and welcome to Wright at the Movies. Today, I'm talking about Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal returns in the role that got him started all those years ago, playing a creep. Gyllenhaal plays a guy that is at the lowest of the low. He plays a guy that steals barbed wire and manhole covers for change. This guy cannot be any lower, and this guy's the creepiest dude you've ever seen. This is the guy that, like, in high school there was that one guy that was really creepy and no one really wanted to make eye contact with him, but something always felt wrong. Like, he hit every bullet point you do to talk to someone, and yet it felt so structured and mechanical. He feels alien. He feels broken. Something's not right. One day, Gyllenhaal witnesses a car crash, and while he's noticing all of the chaos and the confusion, in comes this van with like 4 or 5 guys all just ready to film it, and they're all just filming it the entire time. And he wants to know what they're doing, and they say that they record crash footage for news channels, and they sell it to them, and they get money. It's like, unofficial cameramen for news channels. Gyllenhaal finally gets, so inspired after all of that, and he says, that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to be. So, he starts at the bottom and he tries to work his way up to the top. He ends up stealing a guy's, really nice bicycle and cashing in all of his money to get a camera and a police radio scanner. And he just starts chasing crash scenes. And these guys are the scummiest scumbags in the world. These guys are the worst people you can imagine. They're just total dirtbags. But you gotta make a living. And apparently it pays pretty well from what I see. These guys are called Nightcrawlers. Other people's bad days are his good days. News isn't moving fast enough for him, so he decides to make his own news and his own crashes and his own accidents in order to profit off of it. And this general creepiness isn't just in your head. This guy doesn't seem to care about other people's pain. He'll just record people dying. Or he'll break into people's homes just to get a better angle of a shot of what happened with gunfire or abuse or whatever. He'll move dead bodies into headlights of cars in order to get better angles for his videos. The guy doesn't care. He starts pressuring one of the women who works at the news channel in order to have sex with him. It's like he learned in a book how to talk to people, and that's his only reference on how to talk to a human being. Jake Gyllenhaal is great in this. Jake Gyllenhaal has had quite the year. He seems to be kind of trying to work his way back into movies because he's kind of been missing for a while, and he's taking really risky, small-time stuff, and it really shows that that was the right idea because it's awesome. And he's really, really good in it, and boy is he creepy. It's kind of a Breaking Bad, Heisenberg kind of scenario. The pacing of the film is awesome, and the way that it goes from a guy that is on the streets, living in his car, breaking barbed wire and stealing manhole covers in order for a couple cents, to the guy that now owns his own video news channel. And the guy just completely just ruins everyone else's lives to get to the top. The movie is of course shot very well because it's done more indie and less Hollywood and fast track. So there's a lot of really cool angles through windows and through shadow and at strange and obscure angles. It's lots of fun and it's very beautiful. And of course, like any great movie with someone starting a business, there's an awesome montage of a bunch of people crashing and a bunch of video of Gyllenhaal filming it. He eventually hires a number 2 man and gets him his own camera and starts helping him become like his sidekick instead of big scale blockbusters. This one is very character driven and small and very, very interesting and keeps you guessing until the end. Near the end there's this chase scene where they're chasing after 2 gunmen, and it was really beautifully shot and wonderful. It's really inspiring at first. Me being someone who is starting near the bottom and trying to get to the top with cameras and needing to be creative and still really business-minded is really hard, and it's inspiring to see him succeed. But then as the movie goes, he becomes a dirtbag. He becomes a total douche. He becomes evil. He becomes an evil human being. Unfortunately, the sidekick character that he hires about halfway through the movie, he's kind of forgettable and not the best of actors, because everyone in the movie is just completely shadowed by Gyllenhaal, almost right off the bat. Everyone in the movie comes in second, because this guy just owns the camera. Every second that he's on film, the scene is his. He is so crazy. He is insane. He's like a mix between Heisenberg and Dexter. And throw in a little bit of, like, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. He is like... the guy is clearly a sociopath. This guy is dangerous, and he doesn't give a shit about anyone else. With that said, there's no real insight to the character. He seems to just be a creep. And that's fine, because that's what film is all about. Making a character that's interesting instead of spoon-feeding you why he's interesting. Your brain just understands that he's weird and creepy, and you don't need to understand why he's weird and creepy. This was a really good surprise, and I had no idea what to expect. None at all. I went into this movie completely blind. I knew nothing. I knew that Gyllenhaal is in it, and I knew that he plays a creep. Other than that, I had no clue at all, and I am very happy that I went into the movie like that, because I did not know what to expect at all from beginning to end. With all of that said, I want to give this movie thumbs up, and thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Wright. I'll see you guys next time.
We want all of it. Oh my God!
I think Lou is inspiring all of us to reach a little higher.